We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the American League's Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Masahiro Tanaka will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Tanaka right now is the best of all of their starting pitchers. Good fastball, 92 to 94. Best pitch is the split finger. He'll throw it early, he'll throw it often. If he has the good split, these hitters are in for a long night.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Good crowd on hand as the first pitch tonight is taken for ball one. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. Count is 1-2 now. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Here's the first pitch to him. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Fouled away. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Now the Astros designated hitter, Jose Altuve. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First offering on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Garrett Cole, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Matt, I'm a big fan of Garrett Cole. Big, strong guy. Former first-round draft pick out of UCLA. 96 to 98 miles an hour with sink. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better. The longer he's pitched, he has a chance to be a no-hit type of pitcher every time he takes the mound.
Number 13.
And there you see the leadoff man, Andrew McCutchen, as he'll start us out in the home first.
Leading off for the Yankees, left fielder,
first delivery to him on the way.
McCutchen.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Springer has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. is crushed to straightaway center. No doubt about this one. That ball is gone. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
Giancarlo Stanton now as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one. Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. Gonzalez ranging back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A long two-run homer off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton as the Yankees move out to a 3-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
In now, Luke Voigt. And the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Hit on the ground to third. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So that 2-out success means Gary Sanchez will get to hit here.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with guys. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
1-2 to the Yankees catcher. 3 runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx. The Yankees lead this one 3-0. Here's Carlos Correa now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in the show get absolutely hammered.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A ball and no strikes. A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Two and two.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And let's take a look at outfielder Aaron Hicks. Hey, some guys figure it out at 21, some guys figure it out at 30, some guys never figure it out. Aaron Hicks is one of those guys who's come into his own. He's dynamic on both sides of the plate from an offensive standpoint and has an absolute cannon in the outfield to go along with great range.
Correa, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Here it comes, 0-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Houston. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in, Gleyber Torres. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Springer giving chase, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Here's Neil Walker, his career line against Garrett Cole. He hits at a .364 clip. He also has 1 home run. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
Counts even at 1-1 to Walker.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Great job to cash in following that leadoff triple. Infield's back, so you just want to make sure you get it on the ground, and that's an easy RBI.
Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. Base is empty in front of him with 1 away following the RBI ground out. Cole into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's too high, ball 2.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
3-0 to him now. Ball 4.
Ball 4.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. All rise, Aaron Judge. A 2-run shot. His second of the game as they pile on. It's now 6-0. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks. And he puts it on the ground to second. Gurriel scoops it up, and that's the second out.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Ready to take his hacks again, Giancarlo Stanton. As he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That was an upper 90s fastball.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this two-run home run. We've played 2, and it's all New York, 6-0 Yanks. Matt Vasgersian back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac as the left-handed hitting catcher Brian McCann settles in to start out the inning at the plate. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Shot toward right center. And that's going to be a base hit from McCann. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap in the right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch swinging as this will be a chance for Walker at second. And there's out number 2.
Center fielder, number 4.
Digging in for his second at-bat, George Springer. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Walker shading to his right. And that ends the inning. Ready for another chance? Luke Voigt, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. Heading out towards shallow right. Reddick is under it. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. A base hit in his first trip. Cole has his target. Here's the first pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Reddick. Around first, he's digging for second. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
And this is what good major league hitters do with a pitch on the outer half. They don't try to do too much with it. Just square it up the best you can and drive it to the opposite gap. By the time the outfielders react and get to it, he's well on his way to third.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Number 25.
Into the box now, Gleyber Torres, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. Right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Row. Big, and I mean big, 2-out RBI single.
Yeah, way to come through for your team. When you take the donut off your bat right there, you're trying to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan, didn't come outside it, stayed through the baseball, and was able to come through.
Here's Neil Walker. Lifted down the line in left. Correa trying to get there. And that will end up a foul ball. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. One strike now from Cole. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Gonzalez. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. It's striding in, Jose Altuve. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fly ball out toward left center field. And he will make the catch on the full run. And there's a dandy of an out to start the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, first baseman
Tyler White will bat next. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there, 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Sanchez has it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Astros. Lance McCullers answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. 1-1 to Andrew McCutchen.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Hit back up the middle. And McCutchen has himself a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning. Here's big Aaron Judge. Past meetings against Lance McCullers, he's 2 for 4.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
the batter.
In now, Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks.
Popped him up. Bregman over to his left. Makes the play, 1 away. And there are the final numbers for the Astros starting pitcher. Certainly not the night he wanted to have. At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Still only 1 out in the inning. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Striding into the box, Luke Voigt. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Springer to the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall at left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
Into the box now, Miguel Andujar. He swings and grounds it to short. Bregman gloves it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. We played 4. It is now 9-0. Standing in, Yuli Gurriel. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
We were expecting a pitcher's duel in this one, but it's turned into a bit of a lopsided contest so far. Cole hasn't had his best stuff today.
All right, Dan. You look at this game, the finesse guy has been on. Nothing over the heart of the plate, really keeping these guys in a proverbial rocking chair, where the power guy's missing over the heart.
You know, it's hard to believe because sometimes you look at this guy that's throwing in the upper 90s, big power stuff, having a tough time getting through the lineup. And then you have a soft tosser, guy moving the ball up, down, in and out. More than one way to get through a lineup, and the guy that's the finesse guy, he is really making it work in this one.
Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. So coming to the plate, Brian McCann. And it's fouled away. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He's been pounding the zone with nothing but strikes, but that's an amazing take right there. You start getting into that auto swing mode when you think that guy's going to be around the zone.
Fouled off. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
The 3-2 pitch. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. From the stretch, a fastball right down the middle for a strike. McCann is off at first with 2 away. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
All right, 3-2.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Digging in once again, Gary Sanchez. Past meetings against Lance McCullers. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
0-1.
No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. The second for 1. On to first to complete the double play. Digging in now for the Yankees, Neil Walker. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch on its way. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
This is in the air to left. Gonzalez has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Yanks held in check, but they hold a 9-0 lead. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. And that's dead center for strike one.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1. He loses him on ball 4. At the plate, Jose Altuve. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. In there for strike one.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Here's Carlos Correa now. His line includes a single and a fly ball in 2 at-bats thus far. And now let's hold on a second here. It looks like the umpires are going to converge, and there may be some question as to whether or not that was really a foul ball. You can see him pointing down the right field line, and I would not be a bit surprised if they decide to go inside to have a look at this, and indeed they will do that. Springer leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Drilled right back up the middle. Torres scoops it up. They'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force. And so back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Andrew McCutchen. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Springer has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees,
Aaron Judge will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ballgame as they'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Ground ball right into the shift. On to first, and there are 2 down.
now batting,
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Springer at the track. And this will find the wall out near Monument Valley. And he is into third with a 2-out triple. In now is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Hard hit toward the hole. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. Tyler White will bat next. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
I got to count 2-2.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
The batter, number 10.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one right down Main Street. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. White on at first, nobody out. Gurriel behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Hit out towards second. The underhanded flip. There's one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. As Tanaka jumps ahead of him here at strike 1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
Reddick behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
Third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reddick has a read on it. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher.
Stepping into the box, Gary Sanchez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Left side. Bregman has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting.
Now in the box, Gleyber Torres. So far 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Oh, I just don't understand that swing. The first 2 guys made outs on just 1 pitch. What are they doing up there?
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Popped him up. Gurriel is there for it. And the inning is over. pretty painless half of the inning all told. 8th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 10. And here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Another 0-2 home. Fouled away. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
You know what they say, Dan? The way to get to the big leagues from an offensive standpoint, you better be able to hit that fastball. And this power pitcher missed over the heart of the plate consistently. On the flip side, the finesse guy was on point.
You know, this was like watching one of those days when Tommy John used to have that real good sinker ball. A guy like Frank Tanata. You don't have to throw 95 to 100 to get big league hitters out. As we saw in this one here, if you can finesse and move the ball in and out, you can win at the big league level.
There to play it is Walker, and there are 2 gone now. Here's George Springer, 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is under it, and that retires the side. Astros leave 1, starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Stepping in, Neil Walker.
Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman, Neil Walker.
First offering on its way. Swinging a soft liner, leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Springer has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches. Striding in for Houston, Jose Altuve starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Behind 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the 9th. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Carlos Correa. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. At the plate, Tyler White, 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Sonny Gray answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one.
Sonny Gray.
I'm set with the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Tyler White is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Last strike now for Houston. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Skied into straightaway right. Judge is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. New York get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Masahiro Tanaka gets the W on the mound. Garrett Cole was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa and the lefty Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees. 10 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Astros, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 13 minutes. A reminder that extra trains on the number 4 line as well as the B and D line will be available at the Yankee Stadium subway stop, located on the corner of 161st Street and River Avenue. Metro North train service to Connecticut and Westchester County will be available at the 125th Street subway stop.